Hello, everyone, and welcome back again to the Sage 2025 Showcase. The year is 24XX, a war between aliens and humans, is instigated by some people, or bad things, probably. Kaiser Corp, a weapon development firm, is tasked by United Nations to develop a new technology to counterattack their ravagers. Okay, this one doesn't let you have time to read. The fruits of their labor is B.A.H.N, a system for turning humans into super soldiers by connecting their spirit to the collective consciousness. That sounds really cool, but also doesn't mean much of anything about explanation. To dismay, each attempt fails. The withered prototypes are thrown to the cruel fate of war's front lines. That's pretty bad. As the alien attack and Kaiser Corp's ambitions reach their climax, a young soldier with robotic gauntlets appears. Transforming gauntlets. This is Impact Project B.A.H.N Disaster Arms. Quite a mouthful title, but also sounds pretty cool. This is the game this is a pretty cool game. I have a page to look at, but before we look at this page to learn more about what is going on with this very actiony game, I would like to say that if you like the video, do think about giving a like, maybe dropping a subscription if you feel inclined to do that. Or maybe come over to Twitch and hanging out with us, whether you want to lurk or talk. Think about coming by. It's nice to have people hanging out and socializing. We had a lot of good socializing on the first game we played for the showcase, so hopefully we have that with this one too, if it has stuff to talk about, which I hope it does. We also have a pretty cool Discord server that you can check out if you'd like to visit. There's a coffee link if you want to help us directly monetize the content, and there's also a merch store if you want to buy some cool stuff. Links are all in the description. You can check them out anytime. We also have Croissants and Fair here hanging out with me today.
Tuk tuk.
And this game is just going like in a track mode in an arcade machine. It definitely is designed that way. But let's read the description of this here. Initiate dry contract. 30 bosses, 2 explosive arms, 1 Millennium Soldier. I assume 30 bosses are not in this demo because this is a demo. But let's read what it says here. Disaster Arms Impact Project B.A.H.N. It's a 2D run-and-gun boss rush by PDCGT, the developer of Cycle Chaser H5 and Somnabuster. I don't know what those are, but maybe some of you guys do. And yeah, this was giving me Gunstar Heroes vibes, but they just said it's a 2D run-and-gun boss rush game. That is basically Gunstar Heroes in a nutshell, right? So I think that's an inspiration for this game. Then we have a description. As Earth reaches the precipice of apocalypse, a lone boy with vengeful eyes rushes towards Kaiser Corps, the leading authority on weapons technologies and the epicenter of an alien rampage. Discover the backstory of Geveril, the Hollow Soldier, through non-linear storytelling with comic-style art. And this page might be a long one. I may not read everything on it if they're long. 30 bosses, control a small sector of the facility, dash to reach mini-stage, beat up enemies, to stockpile chips, to fight the boss one-on-one. An optimal play game length is 60 minutes, no fat, no flap, no holds barred. Bosses are built in multiple segment sprites, each with their own armor value. You can deal extreme damage by hitting multiple segments at once or strike the weak point for a quick kill. And there's difficulty selections with unlimited continues. I'll probably go with the unlimited continues, honestly. Controls and mechanics. Geveril's Tatsujin Buster uses a special pivot control scheme. Okay. Is that just saying I can aim in any direction? Holy attack, engage rapid fire, aim direction stays fixed. Yeah, it's kind of Mega Man basic, kind of. Or Gunstar Heroes, like, I guess is the best way to put it, because I think they did the same thing in that. Straight shot, spread shot, poly shot, flame shot, I'll figure that out. Double tap attack to use the punch. High damage and blocking incoming green bullets, but not pink ones. Oh, we got a little bit of, well, there's numerous games where you have to destroy certain enemy bullets. I can't think of one example, because there's actually quite a few, but yeah. Defeat enemies, parry enemy bullets are converted to chip items, letting you build your emission meter. So there's kind of a combo sort of system going on. Go ahead, Fair, what's up?
Ikaruga lets you tanks bullets of one color while you were the same color. You can flip between colors at any time.
Oh, yeah, that's one. Ikaruga's an example. Also, it looks like there are 7 generals, which they show the pictures here. I'm not going to read all this. This is a lot. But I'll scroll on screen in case anybody wants to pause and read it. It's always this is, of course, a recorded video, so I guess this is, like, all the evil people. And then there's some other characters on the side. Demo details. Contains the first 6 bosses of the game. You can fight them in each of 3 available difficulty modes. I'll just fight them on basic. Big notice for streamers. Disaster Arms is programmed in Construct 3 using Chromium, which reduces graphics to a layer often invisible to video capture applications. Oh yeah, yep. I mean, yep. At least you know it. At least you're telling streamers about it. Most of the games that do this, it's the sort of thing they don't tell you. So it's nice of them to tell you. Yeah, I figured out how to do it. And also the game will be on Steam as well. Or it is on Steam. You can wish list it there. So you can look it up there if you're interested. But
coming out next week.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and actually check out the actual game. So it has a little attract mode. I know at one point it showed controls during this attract mode if we wait long enough, but I think I can figure it out. So let's go ahead and start.
Great. Let's shoot things.
Yeah, that's basically the name of the game. So other work, see previous other indie games by the developer and their mutuals. Oh, that's cool. They're sharing projects from friends and stuff. Actually, on the subject of options, can I do... Okay, that's much better. Oh, no, not the size stuff. That's fine. It's fine that there's a slight border difference. I prefer to see the full screen. Okay. ABXY button type. Yep, it's all good. I'll figure out the controls as I go. What's that?
I'm weird. I prefer playing in window mode.
Depends on the game, I guess. In this case, I'd like a full screen. The last game was actually quite small, so I just like a bigger game now after the first game. That was actually quite a small window. Thinking about it, I never tried to change the window size. Yeah, I think we could do arcade difficulty starts with 6 playing in 4K. If this is a Gunstar Heroes, like, it's probably kind of freaking hard. So I'll probably just pick a basic for that reason. Oh, there's actually like a leaderboard thing, like how fast you beat it and what your score is. But it only shows up for those 2. But yeah, I think because we're doing a stage showcase and we're checking out lots of games, let's just do basic difficulty. How to play. Hold down to jump higher. Wait, hold down to jump higher? Tap and get a... Down? Okay. Holding fire... No, hold I understand. Down. What's that? Oh, I see. Hold A down. Oh, I see. They're showing button prompts. My bad. They're doing so fast I wasn't paying attention. So tap to punch. Tap clicking to switch. There's only 3 buttons, but there's different things you can do with them depending on how you press them, so... Okay. I gotta tell you, I checked out. This is like throwing, like, hey, we're saying what to do, and I'll show you the button prompt, and then we're also showing you what happens, and then we're going on to the next thing. Why didn't you read that? You didn't read it in 5 seconds. You should have read it in 5 seconds. I can't process this. It's too fast. Act 1 falling. I bet the city is gonna be too fast, because it's literally falling, right? It's not falling, it's falling. Alright, so that's double tap to punch. And then, okay, yeah, jump. If I hold down jump. What happens if I hold down jump?
You jump higher.
Also,
just higher jump. Okay.
Also, mind you that there is a timer counting.
There is a timer, yeah. Wait, how do I shoot up? Well, whatever. I thought I could. I thought that was part of the instructions, but I can't seem to figure that out, so I'll just shoot this way, I guess. But yeah, the game, doesn't it... Oh, there's the reverse control. Oh, I see. Oh, it's no, okay, I understand immediately. If you're near a ceiling, you can jump to, like, connect to it. It's, there's a level in Gunstar Heroes where you were fighting 7 Force, and you're in a mine, and you had a card that did the same thing, and that's how you fought it. So,
I get 7 Force.
7 Force. Oh, that guy didn't do anything. Okay. Am I mistaken? Is there a way to aim up? Try to instigate. Jagged quarter? It's a chameleon. Alright.
I mean, I guess if you turn to shotgun, you kinda hang
out. Oh, right. Oh, that's how I switch. It probably told me in the tutorial. It makes sense, though. It's just, it's LT and RT. I mean, I don't think any of these specifically aim up, but some of them do aim up-ish, I guess.
Up, yeah, more vertical.
I think I just prefer the basic shot. Oh yeah, that's straight up Gunstar Hero sound effects when it died. Some of these sound effects are just taken from Gunstar Hero. It really feels like I should be able to aim up. I don't know. Maybe I just misread the instructions, but I want to know: am I silly for not being able to just immediately understand all the instructions out of curiosity? Oh yeah, green bolts I can destroy. I should, right? Is it green? Yeah, it's green. So. And they would give me chips if I do that. Third weapon seems hoping. Oh, it is! Right. Oh, they seem pretty active at it, too. So let's see, I think so the big orange bar is my health, and the smaller yellowish bar is my energy. I really feel like they should have made those two different colors, but alright, whatever. Sorry, I'm just pondering, but okay, am I crazy in saying that the how to play screen would show you the controls? Like, was that too fast, or what, am I just being silly? Because it really felt like, yeah, here's all this information, you should be read what I'm saying, and I'm showing the controls. Like, it made me, like, it wanted me to read, but it also wanted me to see the inputs being done while I was reading how to do it, but the reading didn't tell me the inputs. The inputs were being literally pressed below the reading. So I was supposed to both read, but also pay attention to the inputs at the same time, but also look at the animation to the left to see what would actually happen if I do that. And then also it scrolled off screen really fast. Sorry, I didn't pause to have this rant. I paused because I needed to cough. Alright. Also because timer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like... I know it's like... But also, the whole game as a whole has this kind of energy, like... It kind of feels like this game is like a YouTube video that I accidentally set to play it like 120%, and I didn't notice I left it that way, and I'm like, why is this... This feels kind of weirdly fast. What's going on here?
Yeah, it gives me the... Like, it is trying to be an arcade game, and it seems to me that there is the arcade game that really wants you to spend your coins in trade.
So I think I found a small blind spot. Not a, well, I guess blind spot's a little excessive, but... I mean, okay, its legs do hurt me, though, so it kind of does pin me down. Oh, I just realized I'm doing a way less damage over there. I guess the legs aren't a good hitbox to hit. I was gonna try to punch those. Yeah, it feels like, we've, Charem points this out, I'll point it out too. We have noticed an increase in, games that expect you to be on crack, I guess is the best way to put it. And actually, I gotta say, it was actually a little easier to be picky with this here Sage. Because actually, it may seem like I picked out a lot of games at 69, but actually there's probably like, there's gotta be like 300 or more games this year. So I did pick out I did percentile-wise, pick out a small number comparatively. But one thing that made it easy to limit which games I picked out was there's an awful lot of games this year. Especially this year, they were all like, yeah, this is a really fast game, super fast, extra fast, super momentum speed game. And there was just so many of those. There was just like, they're everywhere this year. So many of the games on the list. I know, but like, but there's a, no, there's a difference though between here is Sonic and, listen, Sonic isn't a game that is literally fast all the time. Fast is the reward in Sonic, you know? Like, oh, I'm playing this really well, so, you know, I can go fast. But if you mess up, we're saying the game slows down to keep pace with the fact that you messed up. Compare that to a game like this that doesn't care how well you're doing, it will go fast. Basically, Sonic goes fast if you're doing well, matching the player's own progression and skill. But it will slow down if you mess up, which means it also matches you if you're having a little trouble. If you're struggling, it'll slow down and let you catch up. But the games I'm talking about are games that do not care about the player. And in that sense, like, if you're having trouble too bad, you better go catch up. Okay, let me put it this way. Sonic games are like playing as Sonic. And the games I'm talking about are like trying to play as two-player Tails trying to keep up with Sonic. To put a comparison that way. If you've ever played the little brother mode of Sonic 2 or such, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, if you try to play as Tails and whoever you're playing with as Sonic is really good at going fast, you're just constantly not able to play because you're just waiting for Tails to respawn next to Sonic so you can do things again, then Sonic zooms off without you again. Unless you're, like, really on the ball. You're
just
basically not playing the game. Yeah. Well, that's how these games can feel sometimes. It feels like I'm being drug along and not able to properly play. Well, obviously I'm gonna win this because I select the basic mode and stuff, but, like, I do feel like there's an awful lot, like, I don't think it's bad that there's super fast games out there. It's just, it's weird how many of them there are. Ow. And I think that is I think it's, like, I mean, I appreciate this game because it has a mode where unlimited continuous means that it doesn't really matter too much. I will not, eventually I'll get through it. So I'm not complaining about this game's difficulty, don't get me wrong, because it does have a nice easy mode for you to use, so that's not so bad. But it's still, even if you can beat the game, it kind of sucks to feel left behind by a game, you know? Even if you can ultimately beat it. I think there's this big focus of speedrunner games, basically. Games built for people that are expected to want to go fast, are expected to refine going fast, and don't necessarily consider players that aren't speedrunners. Oh, a story. Bring Mildred in. Oh, hey, Mildred. Take a look, man. There's a rogue soldier with a bond treatment breaching a gate B. Yep. Another wannabe vagabond. Don't even bother to show me. The 7 generals take care of it. But, ma'am, if it is the 7th general. Oh, wait, we're the 7th general? I see. The prodigal son. So Z80 returns to be purged of the sins. Then we'll meet him with open arms.
Oh, we're playing as a guy?
Hashtag 5822. You know what to do. You know what to do. Hex color code orange. Go for it. Baptismal Garden. Puppets and Iron Cradles. That is the most pretentious stage name and subtitle ever. What the heck is that?
Puppets and Iron Cradles.
I do have to say, though, the parry is quite good. I'm not using it much, but it's pretty easy. Just double tap the... Like, hold down attack to attack, and then don't hold down attack, and tap it a little bit, and there you go, you got the chips.
Make a big ball.
And parry does reward you with more chips, so it's good to get. By the way, I do like this game, though. Besides the speed thing I was talking about, I do like the art style and everything. Like, this is I don't know what this art style even is called. It's so unique, and the color scheme, too. I just realized I think the reason the health bar... I was saying earlier how I would appreciate the health bar being a different color, but I think that would actually go against the art style, I just realized, because the art style kind of got this, like, yellow...
Everything.
Vibe.
Yeah.
Now stop poking me. Stop poking me. Anyways, there's probably really cool, fast ways I can defeat the bosses, but I'm fine with just kind of fighting them. I guess the problem with, like... I think it's good if a game has, like, extra stuff a skilled player can do, but sometimes it feels like these games are like, oh, you're not going to play it that way? Well, you're not going to really have as good an experience, but okay, if you're not going to play it like a pro, I guess whatever. Like, games, like, sometimes it feels like a game will tolerate you not playing it as a speedrunner pro, but also you don't really feel like you're... It feels like you're not really... It feels like the game didn't invite you or something. Like, oh yeah, I guess you're not invited to this party, but I guess you can hang out since you're here. Like, it kind of feels like that sometimes with some games. This game is more comedy than most, though. Of the ones I'm talking about. This game just reminds me that those exist. Because, again, I went through so many games this year on the stage list. Just trying to deal with the fact that so many of them... Like, so there's a lot of cool ones that I almost selected, and then I realized, reading the description and stuff, like, oh, no. And then looking at, like, GIFs and stuff, like, oh, this game is, like, way too much. Way too speedy. Because here's the thing, we like Sonic. We love Sonic games. We'll play Sonic games, but we don't really care for speedrunner games. There's a difference. Okay, so I can't parry red, by the way. I can only parry the green. Which looks like I kind of have to at this point. Alright. It's kind of hard to figure out when I should punch bullets. Because it also kind of locks me in place.
Be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
But also, chat, if you guys are reacting to the things I'm saying, I'm sorry I haven't read just yet, because the game is still pretty fast. You know what? This game is Alien Soldier. Actually, wait, I think there was a comment in the game page saying, hey, this game makes me think Alien Soldier. I don't think we've played Alien Soldier, but you're probably right, considering there's somebody else that already said that, too. Infantile Citrate Chili, hello? Wait, are you just like a baby? Like, ow, okay.
Yeah, infantile.
Okay, as a ship. I mean, I could parry, but dodging's kind of funny too. Oh gosh, okay. I didn't quite jump high enough to block that. Oh gosh, okay, well I didn't really expect to react to that, but okay. I've only died twice, to be fair. It's not so bad. Not every game needs to be Pizza Tower. Oh yeah, another thing that made me a little sad, or specifically I think it made Charem a little sad, kind of by subconscious connection. Found a game that was a pizza that was kind of a little bit Pizza Tower-y, and specifically it was a lot of Wario Land 4. Pizza Tower is a good example of this, but there's a lot of games that are based off of Wario Land 4. Pizza Tower being a famous example, and obviously Pizza Tower likes being technically examples too. But basically, we found a game that looked like that seemed to be doing a Wario Land 4 thing, and it called itself a Wario-like, and that made Charem. I think that made Charem just like stir a little bit, like because the thing is, Charem actually really loves Wario Land 1, 2, and 3, but those games don't get representation. It's only the only thing that seems to inspire people is Wario Land 4 because that's the game that went fast and had the fast things at the end of levels, which was a cool mechanic. It's just Charem really likes Wario Land, especially 2 and 3. Charem really likes those two. So when we read that game was a Wario-like, I think there was a moment of sadness, like, okay, so Wario Land 4 is just the definition of Wario now. Never mind 3, 2, or 1, I guess. Like, those don't count anymore at all. Like, that's too bad. You like Wario Land 3? 3 was really fun. 3 was probably the best one, I think. I think that's what we generally think. Yeah, it was good. It was kind of... It had a fun, non-linear style. And its gameplay was fun. I probably should be punching these bullets. It would probably be safer. Okay, when he jumps again, he's gonna, I need to punch. Oh, I didn't punch too early. I almost had it, though. Here's the problem. He jumps a lot. So what that means is that I'm having trouble actually doing decent damage. There we go. I did it right. I mean, this is pretty fun, though. So what... You reached in the depths. Wait for Mora's sister. So yeah, this game, even when it's finished, 30 bosses sounds like a lot, but I just went through 6 of them with no time at all. Because again, a fast game. So, I don't feel like when the game's all finished, I doubt it'll be a super long game. It'll probably be a game like if you're decent at it, it'll probably take you like, I don't know, man, probably less than 2 hours to beat, props. Because it's a game that is... I do appreciate one thing, though. I feel like the game was outrunning me a little bit when it's telling me the controls, but I guess I had a little more control after that, since I was actually playing. I do appreciate, though, despite everything I said earlier, I do appreciate a game that doesn't waste your time, though. Which, to be fair, these games that are super fast, they generally don't waste your time. They tend to be quick to restart and quick to do another run of and stuff. Which I guess is a benefit of these speedrunner type games. They do tend to optimize the gameplay. They don't drag you down with cutscenes in the middle or something. Though sometimes it's nice to slow down too. I guess that's the reason that these games don't quite drive us what we like. Some mechanics in them, it's like It's nice to slow down now and then, though. You know.
Huh?
Unless you're a speedrunner, I mean. But you know. Wait, was there? There was an option of wish list or return to title. The wish list had them all happy, and then when I went to return to title, they got very sad. All right. The graphics are nice in this though. This definitely has a style. I relate it to Gunstar Heroes because it definitely seems to be actually using some sounds for Gunstar Heroes and stuff too. So I definitely know that's part of an inspiration. But Suzuki Zero mentioned this game is Alien Soldier. So in what ways did you see this game being like Alien Soldier out of curiosity? Because I don't think we played that one. I think we've heard of it before. It's an old game though, right? Was it also kind of Gunstar Hero-y, or was it a bit different? And Suki said that what he liked about Wario Land 3 is that you gain new abilities as you progress. Yeah, that is a fun thing about it. Wario Land 2 is a little more straightforward, and also good time, but 3 expanded upon 2's formula by basically making it a little more of a Metroidvania. And then Wario Land 4 was like, I'm doing my own thing. And then everybody liked that one the most. I like the style, don't know if I like the gameplay. The gameplay... This one's a hard one, because I could see a lot of work and polish being put into this, actually. I like a lot of what this game's doing, but... It feels like it went so fast it didn't leave an impression. Right? It felt like I couldn't actually sink in and feel anything about the experience because it just wanted to keep going forward. Which is a little bit like Gunstar Heroes, but I think Gunstar Heroes leaves more of an impression in this game. Even though Gunstar Heroes is pretty fast, it did take moments to have the characters go like, wah-ha-ha, and then there's a little animation happening and stuff. This game had some animation, like the end boss there, how they were just sitting there, and then I started shooting them, they were like, ah, and then they got on their mech. But if this kind of feels like Gunstar Heroes, if the person playing Gunstar Heroes was in a real hurry, they had to do something, so they needed to like have the game go faster for them. That's kind of what it feels like. It's Gunstar Heroes, but you don't take enough time to actually appreciate it. That's kind of what it feels like. I can't take the time to appreciate this game because it's too fast. Now, this isn't the fastest game in the world or anything. It's just, yeah, I don't feel like it. I'm not trying to say that games that are really fast can't leave an impression either. I'm just saying for this game specifically, I kind of felt like it was just moving forward in the way that it did. I just couldn't really focus on it. It felt fine when I played it and stuff. While playing and stuff, it felt fine, but I didn't really. I just don't feel like I have an impression left of it because of the pace it was taking with this specific formula and everything. This is still more Alien Soldier than Gunstar Heroes. That's fair. And then I don't have full metric as to what kind of. In that case, it's probably based off of Alien Soldier more than Gunstar Heroes. Can't really compare the two though, since I haven't played that one, of course. Contra-like, yeah, there's a little bit of that energy.
I'm back.
Hello. I think the fact that I was thinking Gunstar Heroes and Contra, in this case too, is probably why I was so confused why I couldn't aim in multiple directions. I could have sworn the manual even said I could. Let me check that again. Oh, I didn't have the page open still. Hold on. Let's see, what did it say about gameplay? Was gameplay down here? Fire health punch down against switch weapons. Yeah, I guess there wasn't an aim up. Alright. It's just weird because I don't think. Like, it feels like there should be, and the up key wasn't being used for anything, so I don't know. Shrug. It's an idea, though. Maybe for, like, a certain weapon type or something. But, yeah, what are your thoughts, Chris Oz? Not fair since. Well, I mean, fair too if they were around enough to have it.
I saw enough, and it looks pretty good.
It does look pretty good, but at the same time, it didn't really grab me. I guess.
Kind of a little bit of a. I want to say like old Newgrounds Flash game style of visuals.
Yeah, I could see that. Seem neato, I suppose. I like how these non-committal answers I'm getting from people. What do you think, Kasas?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because we can all recognize the work put into this, but at the same time, I just don't know. If this game has a vibe, I don't really understand it. I mean, I'm sure it does. It's just I don't think anywhere near its wavelength. It kind of just like Gunstar Hero left an impression on Charem when she played it a long time ago. Which is again the closest comparison I can make to this game. So I know that this run and gun, pretty fast boss rush style stuff can leave an impression. I think the art style hurts it a little bit. Actually, it's a cool style, but I think part of the reason that Gunstar Heroes left an impression on Charem is because it's actually a very colorful game, and the bosses have a lot of like animations and colors going on. But this game wants to lock itself to sort of a color scheme, which kind of makes all the bosses, even though they are very much drawn differently and animated differently, they don't stand out as much from each other simply because of the art style. The art style kind of blends a lot of things together. Yeah, it blends a lot of things. I think for a game like this, you need things to stand out as much as possible for them to leave an impression, especially if you're moving fast. Especially if, like, yeah, get this boss defeated quickly, move on to the next one quickly. Then, yeah, we need as much possible visually, especially, to really make these things stand out. So I'm not sure if this art style works for the gameplay. I feel like this art style would actually work better with a slower game. Like, imagine this art style in, like, an RPG Maker game that is in a semi-abstract world, and you go around and talk to some interesting characters that you can learn about by talking to them, instead of just... And they look cool. They have, like, interesting, probably odd designs, but you learn more about them via dialogue as well. So, and you have a little time to sit there and think about pay attention to their animations a bit. Like, this style would work better in a slower game, I feel, because then you could spend time kind of appreciating the abstract-ish kind of style it's in, with a limited color palette,
yeah,
but like designs.
Yeah, like the orange with blue. You know what reminded me? It's Office Loops. A lot of the cutscenes in Office Loop, it is on like the orange and blue.
Yeah. Office Loop is a reasonably colorful game. I mean, it's kind of post-apocalypse, but reasonably colorful game. But then you have the cutscene areas. Yeah, we've checked this out. We've checked this out twice on stream, so you guys can actually check out Office Loop on our channel if you look it up, search it. If you run the cutscene areas, yeah, you have this like weird sort of MS-DOS like two-tone color and black, and it's very simple style, but very evocative the way it's drawn and stuff. And again, it's like a cutscene in between the action, so you can sit there reading the dialogue and looking at the scene and then advancing on your own leisure. So you can kind of just take it in. And I think that's a good way of doing it. Yeah, I think this style is cool. I just don't feel like it vibes with me for the game type it's in. Because, yeah, Office Loop, thank you for pointing that out. Office Loop is a great example of how it was used in an action game, specifically in the sections where things slow down, you can just, like, appreciate the style it's done in. So, yeah, I think that's a better way of using the style in a slower game. Office Loop proves that. Not because Office Loop's slow, but because those moments are.
Just because an art style is cool and awesome doesn't mean it works for anything.
I don't think I'm trying to gatekeep, though. I'm not saying, like, if you're using this art style, you shouldn't make a game this genre. I'm not trying to gatekeep anything, just to be clear. But I also think that visual identity, like the visual details and stuff, they do matter to some genres a lot. They do matter, like, as far as, like, readability goes, as far as, like, how you can process things. I think I was having a little trouble reading some enemy attacks there. It's a little hard because the game is moving so fast, but I think some enemy attacks were a little hard to read since there wasn't enough colors for me to really understand some of the movements. I mean, this title screen image is perfect for the start game. We have a character silhouette of two different characters standing back to back, I think, here, but it's a little hard to tell where one starts and one ends because of the way the art is simple. Like this artwork right here is a good example. Like where's the border of one character to the other? I think the idea is they're supposed to kind of be meshing together, but even so, it's a little hard to tell.
It kind of looks like the character on the left has cartoon eyes.
I can't tell, honestly. I feel like they don't have eyes, but yeah. Anyways, I think this game is cool. It's just I guess I do take some issue with the art style being paired with this gameplay. How it's done together. I think that both of those things are actually quite... I think the gameplay is cool, and I think the art style is cool. I just think that I feel like I'm having two yummy food items that you shouldn't mix together, like, in a mesh. Like for instance, if you had some spaghetti and you had some brownies, you're like, you know what I should do? I should crumble the brownies into my spaghetti and mix it all up and eat it together. Like, no, don't do that. That probably is not very tasty that way. But those things separately would be great. You know.
I just had spaghetti.
Did you have brownies in it?
No.
Okay, that would be weird, right? So, anyways,
I
I feel like this art style, this genre,
brownies.
are kind of like spaghetti and brownies, at least with the way it's done. Maybe you could make spaghetti and brownies work if you're really clever somehow. Maybe you could do that. Maybe if you did mix some other stuff in to make it all mesh together somehow, maybe that crazy, absurd idea would work. I don't know, but that's kind of what I mean.
Yeah, you know, reminded me of like my little like 7-year-old cousin that would like eat the most sacred food types.
Oh no, what they do? They ate something weird?
No, like they would like get chocolate with a bunch of other stuff and like I mean it works for a day, but yeah, nobody else would eat it.
That's a great way to make sure nobody steals your food. Have the weirdest combinations nobody else wants to eat. But but yeah, that was what's the full title? I can't. It's very the logo doesn't show it all very clearly.
Impact Project B.A.H.N.
Yeah, Disaster Arms. Even the banner image is like hard to read. Speaking of like readability, like.
Well, I was just looking at the stream
Disaster
title.
Arms is the main title, of course, but yeah, Impact Project B.A.H.N is the subtitle. But yeah, again, I think everything here is cool. I just don't know about it all together. But that's my opinion of the game. If you like it more than me, go check it out on Steam. Maybe give it a wish list.